Coming up on today's wrestling news, Will Ospreay is tired of AEW Championship drama.
A huge and mega AEW Dynamite main event planned for this month.
Cody Rhodes talks a scorched earth heel turn.
And a WrestleMania rematch this week.
What? I'm Adam Wilborn.
I'm Michael Hamflett.
And this is the news. Right, let's dive straight into it with all the fallout from Forbidden Door, of course. It's Dynamite Beach Break tonight.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Really looking forward to that show, actually, to be fair. And obviously, the main event of Forbidden Door, Swerve defeated Will Ospreay to retain the AEW Championship, which may have come as a shock to some. Obviously, they're sort of 1 and 1A in terms of top guys within AEW
Indeed.
right now. It was a really well-booked thing, and obviously, we're looking now to All In and what happens after that. We talked a little bit yesterday about MJF not necessarily wanting the world title yet, but really interesting stuff from Fightful Select, finding out about why Will Ospreay lost, or I suppose why Swerve won, depending on how you see things. He's a long-time friend, I should say, of Swerve Strickland, and he kind of grew tired, it's been revealed, that Swerve's title reign was being seen as a bit of a transitional champion or a placeholder specifically for Will Ospreay to win the title at All In. I suppose particularly doubled down because of people thinking that Samoa Joe was kind of a transitional champion briefly. Anyway, sources within the company tell Fightful Select and Sean Ross Sapp in particular that Will Ospreay approached AEW higher-ups and extended his desire to put over Swerve to help eliminate that whole transitional champion placeholder talking point. Considering that Ospreay already has big creative plans in store throughout the year, he had no issue with losing to Swerve, and he basically wanted to set an example for AEW that it had to be a team effort in terms of how AEW can succeed going forward, and it was a point being proven as well, showing that he wanted to show that nobody is above losing to the world champion. Many, obviously ourselves included, speculated that for a while ago, we thought it was going to be Swerve versus Will Ospreay at All In, but Fightful Select reported that wasn't ever the plan. Both had different opponents' plans. One would assume, well, we know Swerve is the winner of the Owen, so Jeff Jarrett, and it's going to be MJF versus Will Ospreay. But you tweeted about this, I saw this yesterday, so I want to get your thoughts on it, about how, I mean, it's an example to set, really, isn't it, from Will? Yeah,
very quickly on the All In thing. If it is indeed not in AEW's plans, but you're hearing it getting fantasy booked everywhere, it makes a lot of sense to just throw it out there now.
Yes.
If it wasn't the Forbidden Door plan, smart one to make it that by company and wrestlers here. But yeah, just on Will Ospreay specifically, there's a couple of things to this, I think. Number one, Will Ospreay is showing something that, to be absolutely fair, he's not been known for in the past, which is supreme intellect.
I think that's fair.
He has gone sort of, he's been very forthright, it would appear, backstage and in that locker room to say, look, I believe myself to be the top guy and want to be the top guy, but I want to be the top guy for this company, and part of that is promoting the current top guy for this company, somebody he's obviously got a lot of respect for.
It's very Cody-esque.
Yeah, it's like ear at the ground, finger on the pulse, pick your metaphor, pick your analogy, whatever. It's that sort of thing where he's very aware of the conversations going on, enough to know that A, he is the wrestler to be able to change those conversations, along with Swerve himself, by the way, but B, to kind of be like subtly letting the rest of the locker room know, but it's me down the line. Like, this is the level, me and Swerve are on it, it's up to you guys now to catch up. And that's not probably just to the wrestlers below them in the pecking order, it's maybe to a few of the ones above.
Yeah.
Like, it's, if I'm not going to name any names, but I think we know some of the people we're talking about, the people that are kind of like so established in AEW to the point where maybe you're starting to feel a bit of exhaustion with some of them. I will let you choose those names in the comment section below, but Swerve and Will Ospreay were absolutely, as you say, the 1 and 1A. And right now, Swerve has become the 1 to Ospreay's 1A, and Ospreay's goal was probably to switch that around. Point number 2 is the mere fact that we are talking about this. The mere fact that we as a fan base know about this. Look, excellent reporting by Fightful and Sean Ross Sapp. We are glad to have quality journalism in the space, because this is not quality journalism.
Speak for yourself, mate.
Sorry, I do apologise. Yeah, this is not quality journalism. This is moderate aggregation. However, the fact that we know this makes you think that obviously the wrestlers in question, or people close to the wrestlers in question, wanted the story out. So it's not just that Ospreay is doing this behind the scenes, it's that we know about it. On the other side,
he's playing the game very well.
Perception management. Perception is reality, and wrestlers should manage this. In the post-kayfabe era, wrestlers should think about this too.
Plus, I also think it puts pay to, well, it doesn't, because there's always bad faith actors when it comes to, well, both big wrestling companies, I suppose. But like, people being like, you've buried Will Ospreay by having him lose. They haven't, have they? I mean, he's going to be absolutely fine. And
might lose tonight.
Long term, he's going to be world champion. Obviously, like you say, it does no harm to his image to have this story out. But it's all, whether or not you think it's sort of politicking or whatever. I think it's just a great example to set because, like you say, some people within AEW you kind of maxed out on seeing them at the top of the card. So
that kind of could have worked twice there.
Yeah,
depending on your take.
Oh, yeah, no, not that one.
No.
Definitely not that one. Best friend.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think it was the right decision. We said this; it was kind of given away in the build to Forbidden Door, but I think it was the right decision anyway.
Sounds like it'd be worth a lot of people sitting under Will Ospreay's learning tree. And maybe they will on Dynamite on July the 17th.
Oh.
Why am I naming that date? It's because Andrew's...
Is that when I've got my root canal? Is that why it's on there?
Yeah, that's why.
Thanks, guys.
That's well, it's not just Wilborn's root canal because
put it in the calendar.
Get it in your calendars now. Wilborn won't be able to do the news, and more's the pity for him because he won't be able to preview what sounds like it's going to be a mega and huge, and those are quotes, Dynamite. And this is not coming from Tony Khan because he just said it was great.
Yeah,
the fairly reliable Andrew Zarian of the Mat Men podcast and has broke a load of stories over the years is back with another one, and he's using mega and huge. He was speaking on the Beyond the Bell podcast, and he noted that something very special was planned for the July 17th Dynamite. Now, to contextualise that a little bit, it's going to be the Owen Hart Cup finals on July the 10th. So by that point, we will know who's going to be the number one contender for All In, theoretically at least. You've got obviously Beach Break tonight, so it feels like a lineup of huge Dynamites in July to get you ready for the big August pay.
Shark Week tonight, Shark Week special.
Shark Week indeed, so that's the Undertaker debut. And July 17th, of course, is the bridge between the finals of the Owen and Blood and Guts the following week. So it could be stacked all the way through July.
Jeez.
The quote in question was, I was told there is a mega main event for that show. Again, I have no idea. It could be BS. It could change. I don't know. When you quote me on this, could you please say, Andrew Zarian said, could be BS. It could change. I don't know. But I was told it will have a huge main event. It's going to have a huge pay-per-view level main event. That's how it was said to me.
Wow.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what it could be. I don't know if it's something else. I don't know. So fair play. So he's trying to give you all the information whilst at the same time saying, but it could all be thrown away. Plans change, pal, all that kind of thing. But
big July for AEW. This.
If you stack them all up, there's almost like a little gap in the middle where it's like, we got anything for that show? Yeah, massive. Pay-per-view level quality stuff. So who knows? World title match, something as a tease for the Blood and Guts team, or a match out of the box.
Mate, I'll be honest, I read this headline and thought Mega Barrett was stepping in between the ropes, so it's a nice surprise. It is going to be...
Oh, yeah. Mark Briscoe
versus... Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, there we go then. So Dustin Rhodes has his farewell match in AEW before going back to WWE. Mega. Do you want to do another one?
Yeah, go on. Alternatively, Tony, here's your other match.
Another Ring of Honor champion getting a call-up and hopefully recovered from injury.
Athena
defending the belt against...
Maria Kanellis-Bennett.
Right, Ring of Honor overlap on Dynamite.
And one other option, of course. I enjoy this too much. We will get to the Cody Rhodes scorched earth heel turn thing in a second.
Another return from injury, Eddie Kingston.
I get a multi-man match, apparently. Let's see what the options are. We'll pick the best one.
Okay.
Right, I've just picked up Maria Kanellis-Bennett again. It's already in action.
She's already in action against Athena.
Lance Archer and Penelope Ford.
Right.
What a triple threat.
Told you it was going to be big and mega. Andrew Zarian did not confirm those matches.
Yes.
We did.
Let's talk Cody Rhodes. He's turning heel. Sorry, no. When he turns heel, he's revealed how he wants to go about it, basically. He was speaking on the Pivot podcast, which is one of the best podcasts out there that's not ours. Cody, you're more than welcome on. Well, we'll try and fit you in our schedule. He talks about being a heel in wrestling, basically. How it's very hard to be a heel today and how some people don't really embrace the whole... You're meant to be hated. You're not meant to be cool. Not everyone is meant to be The Rock, who's this Hollywood star, and it's like, I bloody love you, but I know I'm meant to boo you, so I'm going to boo you. He talks a little bit about JBL being like, I want to sell my merch. I don't want anyone supporting me in any stretch of the imagination. He said, there's a beauty if you can commit to being a bad guy. It's a unique space creatively. You have to be really vulnerable and open and blood hungry in terms of how you are on the microphone. There is a growing sector of fans that want to see that happen for me at some point. If you're really wishing for that, it's scorched earth. Then you might be, oh, we don't like that. You have to really go scorched earth, and in 2024, that is hard for anyone to understand. You're not meant to be cool. You're not meant to be the next Rock. You're meant to be a bad guy. Cody Rhodes, who also just seen on X this morning, is doing an advert for Homelander and the Boys, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Like, it strikes me that that's maybe the direction he'd go if he was going to start turning heel. Obviously, with his look as well, he's very inspired by that. But yeah, I think he's speaking the truth here in terms of so many times people turn heel, but they want to be like a nod and a wink to the audience, being like, bloody good at this heel stuff, aren't I? And people are like, yeah, you want people to use an old adage, wanting to jump the barrier and genuinely attack you.
Yeah, like it's
just fizzing.
Of all the people to talk about this, I think it's interesting that it's Cody as well, because he's
going to be one of the greatest heel runs of all time, in my opinion.
Well, he was well known for saying that old-fashioned heels and babyface don't really exist anymore.
Yes, that's a good point.
He tried to walk that tightrope in AEW and objectively failed, only to go to WWE and just as a straight-laced, right down the barrel of a gun babyface, become the biggest star in the industry. Yes. Achieve sort of all of his dreams and all he ever believed he could do, sort of thing. So it'd be foolish and naive to assume he couldn't do the exact same thing as a heel. But I think even as he says these words, he himself, as a guy at the very, very top, is probably trying to square how to do it. He's explaining how, in theory, it gets done. But here is a man that a few years ago said that the lines were too blurred now, that things, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but the gist was there are less binary heel and babyface roles anymore. And I think it's something that Sid says on some of our podcasts sometimes, actual heat is almost impossible. If you see a gang of awful heels beating down your favourite babyface, do you really feel like jumping the barricade? Do you really feel like you want to just spend all day fuming about how your favourite good guy is going to get revenge? No, of course not. We're in a post-kayfabe world, and it's of all the people to give this a go, I kind of want to look at Cody doing it. Roman Reigns.
I was just thinking about him.
The 4-year heel world champion has, 60 to 80,000 people in every stadium he enters, throwing the ones up in the air. Even that, as the guy that people were desperate to see beaten multiple times and over 2 consecutive WrestleManias especially. Just the 2. I didn't want him to lose to Brock. But all of these occasions.
I did some good heel work there. I stole a belt off a child.
Yeah, I was happy to be the heel in Cardiff when he beat Drew. But this is the point, right? Even that Roman Reigns character, beloved as much as he was the Rock in this return. Every week we came on here and it was just I love watching the Rock being a heel. That's different to heat, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if anyone can find the new normal and spot the gap, it's Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what that looks like, and my God, am I excited to see what heel Cody Rhodes versus babyface Roman Reigns looks like.
Oh my God.
That's way off just yet, one would assume. He's too busy swimming in merch money, probably.
Well, and speaking of that, but speaking of things you're excited about this weekend, right? We've got SmackDown Friday night from Toronto.
Oh my God. And let's not forget that night as well, France, Germany, Germany, Spain, and France, Portugal in the Euros.
It's the night for the entertainers, isn't it?
Ooh.
It's sport and entertainment in both cases. Saturday, your favourite pay-per-view of the year outside of WrestleMania, Money in the Bank.
Oh, I love it.
Sunday.
England, Switzerland as well.
Yeah. I'm going to see Block Party. Sunday. Or is it Sunday I'm going to see Block Party? Either way, I'm out. There's an NXT show, but I can't
I like it warm, don't like it this warm.
What a weekend, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just perfect. And then Monday starts again with Raw. But roll it all the way back in Toronto. Thursday night, there is a WrestleMania rematch on the cards. Can I take a punt at who it might be? And indeed where?
I'll go through some of the big WrestleMania matches in recent memory. I'll go Pat McAfee versus Vince McMahon.
Oh, close, but no.
Okay, Jimmy versus Jey Uso.
No, as much as we all want to see it.
Oh my God, are they getting Snooki back in the ring? Please.
Wow, come on. I'll ask you to dream, but don't dream that big, yeah?
Okay.
No, but you are close with that one, probably closest. No, there is the possibility
I know what this is, by the way.
A rematch between Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, it was such a good match.
A WrestleMania all-timer.
Get the mousetrap out, lads.
It's great, right? Because Sami Zayn obviously has since turned babyface and become one of the most beloved figures in WWE. But the Johnny Knoxville rivalry remains. They still hate each other just as much as they did when he was a conspiratorial heel and Knoxville had the Jackass guys back in the room and all that sort of stuff. Well, On Thursday night, Sami Zayn will be doing something of like a one-man show type thing.
So Sami Zayn and Friends or something?
Yeah,
I've seen it advertised,
he's respecting the dead man's business. He's obviously seen the success of the Undertaker shows and thought he fancies to go himself, and it's in Canada as well, so he's going to be among friends. Or so we thought.
If he does a bloody good quiz, I'm suing.
Because he was promoting tickets for it, and the quote from Sami Zayn, I'll say, says, "We're 2 days away, and I finalised the lineup for Sami Zayn and Friends do Toronto, and I will promise you, you do not want to miss this show." So, he said, and Friends, and he's finalising the lineup. There's going to be other people there. Only for him to then tweet a picture of Johnny Knoxville at LAX airport waiting to board a flight to Toronto with the caption, "WTF is this?" So it seems to me like we can expect an invasion of Knoxville, a resuming of that rivalry, maybe even a running on the stage.
Or Johnny's bought all of the tickets.
Yeah. I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is killing Sami Zayn's show. Just the first 4 rows or something.
I never get that, because it's like, still sold the tickets.
Yeah.
So.
Typically this, we say this around WrestleMania weekend shoulder events, like, let us know if you're going in the comments below, and we wouldn't normally promote them, but it's Sami Zayn and Friends.
Yeah.
In Toronto, get a ticket for that.
I want to see more Johnny Knoxville in the wrestling ring. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird sentence to say.
I want to see clips of this.
In that specific, like, I'm not saying he should work Money in the Bank or something like that. That specific match type just worked, because it was one of those ones where I think old WWE, you were going to be like, yeah. But it was just like they were just allowed to do whatever they wanted, and it was really fun.
If you want to fold what's going on at Sami Zayn and Friends into Money in the Bank, I would be prepared for Knoxville to be stood there being like, "Right, Sammy, I'll go for you," and then Sammy just steps out the way and he gets hit with a Braun Breaker spear.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is getting speared at 100 miles an hour.
This is getting your ribs broken like Ludwig Kaiser.
I would be game for that.
Yeah.
But if you're going to any of the WWE events this week, let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Share them online. We love to see them, and especially this one. I'm not sure if the WWE cameras will be there, but I want to see how this goes.
Sounds great. Right, let us know your thoughts on everything we discussed in the comments section below. Like, share, subscribe. Join us for the after news a little bit later on today. But for now, why not check out this video right here? Bye.